Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi, welcome to the latest episode of Stock Tip Daily Update with me, Marcel Todia. Finally, we have ourselves a breakout also in the S&P 500 following yesterday's breakout in the tech sector. So the S&P 500 started the day a bit slowly. I shall show you the intraday graph. Started the day a bit slow here. But kept riding the 9 and 20 moving average, mainly the 9 moving average intraday, and has managed to finish on top, which pretty much at today's high, so to say. And with this, we have ourselves a nice breakout also in the daily chart. The only thing that felt here was a bit of volume. I'm hopeful that this is a good that this is going to be a sustained breakout in spite of this low volume. I'm hopeful for it because, as you can see, the chart in the weekly is also looking very, very solid with a nice bullish engulfing and a breakout also in the weekly chart. So all in all, we have some solid signals, some solid charts, and the beginning of a breakout, respectively of a rally in the S&P 500 and in the Nasdaq. So I'm hopeful that we are going to finish the week on the same note that we are finding ourselves now, and that we are going to finally be able to make up for some losses or for some lost time. The next on our list is the Nasdaq. Also, you can see the Nasdaq is also looking very solid in the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart, so the S&P is still looking better in the weekly chart, but you can't complain here. We also have a nice breakout here. I should go closer. A nice breakout here also in the weekly, and the daily is looking still better with 9 and 20 moving averages pointing up, and we've finished above the 9, above the 20, and above the trend line here. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully this is a valid breakout, and hopefully we are going for a V-shaped recovery and are going to touch the previous all-time high again sooner than later. I think we still have a bit to go, so we still have almost 20% to go. So the Nasdaq is definitely not as strong as the S&P 500 is, but historically seen, the Nasdaq was always lagging behind the S&P 500. Take a look at this graph here, and in the recovery phase has always outperformed. So this is the S&P in autumn, and this is the Nasdaq in autumn, and it has outperformed the S&P during the recovery phase. So who's to say it can't do the same this time around? The IVM is also heading for a breakout. It's not quite there yet. But at least we've closed above the falling 20 moving average. Above the 50, above the 50, the 9 and the 20 are also pointing up, so also some positive signals here, but the IVM is still not as developed as the rest of them. The DAX ended the day sideways. I would call this a consolidation. Perhaps 1 or 2 more days like this one, and the DAX is ready for the next jump up. We have at the moment a very nice, at least a technical bounce, but perhaps it's something. There's something more in the cards. Then the euro to US dollar actually kept moving sideways like anticipated, and we've finished the day with plus 0.5% here, and we've retested the same level we've tested 1 week ago, so it hasn't changed that much. I still think, by the looks of it, that the trend is for the time being at least, that we still have a downtrend here, and perhaps next week we are still going to test the next level here, 1.06. That's just an opinion. We still have to wait for the next developments. Oil has managed to put 8% today, following a week of consolidating. But I don't suppose that oil is ready for the next breakout. I think oil still needs a couple of weeks or so, 1 or 2 weeks before it moves further. I think a week is still in the cards before oil is ready to continue its move. And I would say pretty much the same thing here about gold. I don't think that gold is ready to move forward. I think we have to wait another week or so before we jump right back in. Even though we've finished the day a bit better, I think we need a bit more of a consolidation before the journey in gold and in silver is bound to continue. So this is silver, like I said. Okay, what's the strategy moving forward? So the strategy would be to try making some shots here on the long side, to try some swing trading. I've already given you some top edge breakouts or setups yesterday and the day before yesterday, and many from this list I'm going to show you have already broken out, but there are still a couple of them who haven't, and they are bound. We are bound to get a couple of pullbacks, and then perhaps another opportunity in the remaining. In the remaining breakouts, in the remaining setups. So I think it's okay to try going longer, let's say 40-50% for the time being. Don't forget, we are already 3 days up, and you don't know how many days they are going to be. Are they going to be 3? Are they going to be 4? Or here we had 3, 1, 2, 3, and then pullback. Here we had 4, and then the pullback. So we already have 3. That's why I think the safer approach would be to only go 40-50% long for the time being, and don't risk too much money, just in case that the market is going to turn back down again. Okay, this is our strategy moving forward. Now for some setups. So this today, this part of the video is going to be free for all to see. We can start with Tesla. Tesla was on our list for a month or so now, and has finally broken out today. Very nice breakout, but sadly a bit too few, a bit lacking here in volume. But you get what you have. I would place the stop beneath today's, so a couple of dollars beneath today's low. That's what I would do. If you still get opportunity tomorrow at pretty much the same level as today, as our closing today, I think that you could still buy perhaps an adjusted position here in Tesla. It remains up to you. Then SLVM, the same story like in Tesla. If you get the chance to buy somewhere in this range, then I think you should do it with a stop beneath the lowest point of, so beneath the low of the last 2 or 3 candles here. So this is where the stop would be, 34.3. I think 34.2, this would be a good stop. Rely still hasn't broken out yet, so this is a nice setup, bound to come. If the breakout comes, then The first possibility would be here for a stop, or the second, I guess we would get such a candle. So in case we get such a candle, then the second possibility for an aggressive stop would be beneath this candle's low point, with a small margin of error, of course, of I don't know. Let's say based on this chart. This would be the low point, 5.82, then I would take 5.7 or so, something like this for a stop. So this is really, PayPal has already started, but PayPal has started a couple of days ago, and I was able to give you the go on PayPal. If you are a subscriber of StockTip, then you've already had the chance to buy this at the right time. Then Power Integrations is also coming back to the breakout line again, has reached it today. It would be nice to have a consolidation here, 1 or 2 days sideways, and just after that, then the breakout. I wouldn't trade it just like it is. I would, so if you get a direct breakout, I wouldn't take it. I would wait then for the pullback. If you get another 1 or 2 candles here, 1 or 2 green candles, so a direct breakout, I think the pullback is bound to come, and then you can buy the pullback and not the direct breakout here. So this one, I wouldn't trade it in its present form. I would wait for a small consolidation, or if the consolidation isn't coming, then I would wait for a pullback. Pcrx has also managed to break out today, and with sufficient volume. So you see here all these titles are from this week, and many of them have already broken out. Nvidia has also broken out a bit a bit lacking here on the volume side, but still a nice breakout. I think it would be safe to leave it a bit more room. I think 230 would be the point for your stop. If you take a look at this one, I don't know. I still think 230 is the point to go. So beneath this pivot. So I was right. 230. Microsoft. Let's get back to the daily chart. Microsoft hasn't broken out yet. Here, it would also be nice to see 1 or 2 consolidation days, and then a sustained breakout. And if the breakout comes, then Microsoft is also bound to make up for some losses, because let's be honest, Microsoft had the whole time very good earnings and very good results, and it has just aligned to the rest of the market, which is going down. So we still have minus 15%, so we still have a discount, and this minus 15% would mean an upside of 16.6% left. So this is Microsoft. Then Ions has also broken out today, but not with enough volume. So I don't think I would have taken it, even though I was looking forward to it for a long time. But the volume is not enough in this time. I think I would have liquidated the trade. CRK from the oil industry, I advised for a buy. Yesterday I advised for a long position here above yesterday's high. So it came today with a small gap. By the looks of it, I don't think this is the final breakout. I think it's going to look something like this, and I think you can have the breakout above this trend line, or I think it's still going to consolidate for a couple of days. I don't think this is the final breakout here. Let's go forward. CP also. So we had a nice breakout here. But in the end, it turned out to be a failed breakout with an also reversal. We haven't we haven't lost the control here, and yesterday we managed to break out again, and today we got a confirmation of this breakout with pretty much enough volume. So the volume is pretty sufficient. I think if you get if you start the day tomorrow at pretty much the same level as our close today, it would still make for a safe buy with a stop beneath this week's TF here, beneath this pivot point. So BioNTech is also heading up, and I think it will continue heading up. We didn't get such a good opportunity today to buy in on this stock. Let me take a look at the intraday developments. So intraday, not that many chances to buy, so no chance to buy. I think BioNTech has to make a small pullback to give us an opportunity to buy, and then the stop would come here at 140. But we need a buy. We need a nice pullback intraday. We need something in the range of 155 or 150 to be able to join in on the action. I'm going to take a look at Moderna, just in case Moderna offers a better breakout, but it doesn't. No, it's even worse, so no. Amazon also broke out today, and this is the thing I'm most happy about, because Amazon, together with Apple, may just pull the market out of this correction if they continue going up. So Amazon managed to break out today. If you are long in Amazon, then I think if you have taken this setup today, I think the stop should go at 320, so 30.20 here beneath today's low. I think it's pretty safe to place it like this. There is still a huge possibility that you get a pullback and that our stop gets hurt here, and that our position gets closed. But I wouldn't like risking more money than any more money than this in this trade. So I would definitely hate placing my stop here somewhere and having such a big risk here. Risk of I don't know how much, a risk of $350. So this is almost the entire upside here. The entire upside is 610. So you don't even have double your risk if you place your stop that low. So I think 30.20 would be the ideal stop here. AMD, sorry. So AMD does exactly what we need. This is one position I'm going to go long when the breakout comes, perhaps tomorrow. So this is one position I intend on getting, and I intend on hitting it hard with all I have, because in the past, Amazon has always rallied with 40, 50, 60% growth after a successful breakout, and it's safe to say we wish to see the same happening again. So I think we've consolidated enough. I think AMD has lost total of almost 40% during the correction. At its lowest point, 38%, and we still are 30% down. I think there's a lot of interest in AMD. As you can see, the volume is huge here, 103 million. Previously, the average volume was somewhere in the range of 57, and we are our average volume is now twice as high. So there is huge interest, and when the breakout comes, especially after a consolidation here, we have a huge chance of doubling up. So AMD should be the first stock on your watch list if you intend on making a long swing here. AMD high on your list, please. And the stop, the stop would go here somewhere at 109. CV. CV. So this is also something you wish to see in a stock, in a setup. You wish to see such a nice consolidation like this one here, and if the breakout comes, then you know where stop is going to be placed. So the safest stop would be 51.9 or 51.8. This would be your stop, at least if you take a look at a weekly chart. So this would be your stop, and this would be your entry here. Then Zynga, still in the trend analysis, still nothing happening. TUP is in fact nearing its breakout point, but 1, 2, 3, 4 positive days, so TUP is also not ready. If the breakout comes, then we have too many green candles, too many consecutive green candles. I think we have to move sideways a bit. SPVR. Well, you can start anything more with it. This was a nice setup, a very nice setup, and it pretty much expired yesterday. You had to take it yesterday, or at least tomorrow, at least today at the open. If you didn't, then I think now it's too late for this. For the setup. You can see the upside is huge, so this would be the first target here, and this would be the second target, and the stop is here. So huge upside, very huge upside, but I think it's done. So the train has left the station. SRLP. This is one of the most of the best setups at the time being from the oil sector. If we break down, then we will touch at least 15.4. If we break out, then we have a lot of room. I think the first target would be perhaps the 200 moving average, but the optimistic target would be 22 here. So. Again, also a huge upside with a potential risk-reward ratio of 1 to 10. One of the best setups out there at the moment. Okay, so we've managed to cover them all. I think our video is now a bit too long. I hope you managed to play through. So this was a bonus today. A friend of mine told me I should probably make a video explaining what a position and how a position is chosen, how a risk is chosen. So I think this is in the making, and I will prepare something on a stock tip, so on our website, and perhaps also upload it to YouTube free of charge. If you do have any interest, I would be happy to know. You could tell me in the comment section if you do have any interest for this. So we are talking about choosing an appropriate position. How do you choose a position? How do you choose your risk? There are two possibilities, and I'm ready to show you how a swing trader is choosing his position size, his entry, his risk, or his risk size, and how much risk should be for a successful trading strategy. Okay, so that's all for today. Remember to join me tomorrow again. Tomorrow will be perhaps the last video of the week, and next week I'm returning with a whole lot of free setups for you to choose. But remember, for the best setups, you still have to subscribe to stop-tip.com. That's where the magic is happening. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe, and bye-bye.